Good evening, Chester. I know it's late. I've had some issues with my computer, my camera. I was hooking up a big 13-inch screen so I could put YouTube Live and Facebook Live on there so I could see the chats. Just really quick, let me give you an overview of what's going on. I use 3 different models, and every one of them showing something different, and I'm going to show you this in Pivotal Weather. I'm a little tired, so I even cut my finger at work. Got 3 stitches, and I got to go tomorrow morning to get my wife a new car. Anyways, if you guys are going to the Chester Golf Tournament this Saturday, or it's a benefit, expect some rain showers. Um, when it's going to happen, every model shows something different, but the one that I'm looking at now, let's say Saturday, expect around 9 a.m. all the way till 3 a.m. There might be a little bit of break around 5, 6, somewhere around there. But that's one model showing. So you can expect some rain. So if you're going to the Chester Fall Festival, expect some rain on Saturday. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pivotal Weather. And we're going to look at the Supercell Composite. And let's go back to early in the day. So I don't see anything as far as supercell development until you get right there. And I've been getting the directions mixed up. Just to the west, southwest, or southwest of Chester, there's a chance of development, small chance of development in a supercell. That's the HRRR. If we go to the NAM 3 kilometer, which is a little bit longer forecast, you can see a little bit more here as far as the blues, and there's a few areas of supercell development in the Rufus model. So every one of these are going to be a little bit different. I don't like to look at it until earlier that day or the day before. And then if we go to the Rufus model, which is the RRFS model, you maybe just a little bit south of Chester, you can see right there as far as the supercell development. Let's go to the significant tornado parameter, and let's go back to the HRRR, which is short. I think it's 40 or 2-day, 48-hour forecast. And I'm going. That goes all the way up to 7 p.m. So we're looking around right there. Arkansas has a better chance of having a tornado, and if we review the soundings on that, it says severe weather. It doesn't say tornado. Right there, just an hour before. You see that little red tornado box, possible hazard type. So let's get out of that. That's the HRRR. If we go to the NAM 3K now, which is a little bit longer forecast, it gets closer to Chester, as you can see. The blues right there to the west of Chester. There's a chance, and if I just go, let me get out of here. If I just hit right there to the west of Chester and I hit the soundings, you see right there, the little box says tornado. You have Cape values of around 1900, almost 2000, and sin of 11, negative 11. That's pretty decent as far as as far as the Cape and the sin. But you never can rule anything out. And that is as around 5 or 6 p.m. And that's when we usually see tornadoes pop up as early. But you can see all the blues right there as far as the NAM 3K. And right there around 7 p.m., right just to the south of Chester and a little bit of southwest of Chester, you can see the blues right there. There's a chance of a tornado in that area. And if we go to the Rufus model, that's at 7 p.m. Right to the southwest of Chester, you can see that blue right there. I hope you can see it. Let me get to my yellow here. Green, and then let's do yellow. Right there. Maybe red. Red is a good color. Right there. You can see just southwest of Chester, a chance of tornado. But like you said, or like I said, you just seen, let me make sure my draw tool is off here. Every model is showing something different. So I usually like to get closer to that time. And I also like to look at the reflectivity, updraft helicity. And if we go to that, oh my, that's changed quite a bit. You see all these dark rings around here, and this is the Rufus model. Now they're showing right there, ooh, right there in Chester. So that's, to me, is no good right there as far as the Rufus model. That helps with tornado development right there. That's what I look for. But if we go to NAM 3K and we get around Chester, things are a little bit different. So we won't know until we get there, closer to that time. I like to go with that in HRRR. And when I look at that, I only see it right there in Arkansas. And let me get my draw tool out here. Right there. Let me get my draw tool. I'm sure you could see it. And I'm going to try to go with, I don't know if a light blue, if you can see that or not. Right there in that area. Maybe black. Let's try black. Right there. Right there in them areas right there. The updraft helicity. That's what I kind of look for when I'm trying to see where a tornado is going to develop. And that would be southwest of Chester in southern Missouri and northern part of Arkansas. So really, no telling what's going to happen because every model is showing something different, and I just showed that to you. And that's as of 3 p.m. and I ain't seeing much. So we'll know a little bit more when we get there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the live radar as of right now. All right, let me get off my draw tool and erase that stuff off. And get to our live radar. Okay, we do have freeze warnings in around our Colorado, basically west part of Colorado, Utah, and Mexico, probably up in the mountains area. We do have a line of showers from northern Texas all the way up to the Dakotas, and we do have a flood warning in around Aberdeen, South Dakota. We have a dense fog advisory in northern Dakota, and we have some rain showers in around Great Lakes area, and we have freeze warning in around New York and just west of Washington. And that's a look at your radar. We are in the northern part of that 15% severe hazard risk, but you can see earlier in this week we were almost a little bit more in it. But we still are, you see this 5% risk, this brown goes all the way up to Ohio and all the way down to Texas, Louisiana. And that's a look at your live radar. So expect some rain Saturday, and I'll try to go live Saturday morning for real-time update. I'll have the actual radars on around our area. And so as far as that, I'm going to go ahead and end real quick. You guys have a good night, and I'm sorry this is kind of late, but I just want to let you know and let you kind of see what I look for in the radars, and you can see how they differ in each one. I'm going to go ahead and end with, you can find me on Facebook. Just look for Billy Rose and look for the picture of my German Shepherd, Rocky. He passed away this year. And you can find me on my YouTube channel. Type Billy Rose Hillbilly Weather. Like and share. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys have a good evening.